And we are live. It is T minus 24 minutes to go till we get ourselves a cheeky round 2 Chinese Grand Prix Shanghai International Circuit. And your boy is a little bit fuming because Sky Sports Go is not playing ball, as you would expect, since we're paying them 100 gazillion pounds a month. What else at this juncture? Humans of Earth, Easy G, Max, John, Bobby J, I hope you're all good. D-Boy, it's going to get techie, isn't it, this? Particularly the first 10 laps. Is this racing or is this a mere facade? Are we looking at the allegory of the cave as far as this unique brand of Formula One is concerned? It's a bit techie, this. Colorado, what's going on, Bake? You a legend. I'm a little bit nervous. The advert's doing my head in. They've got to have a word, right? They've got to sort out their rules. Fix your fudging formula. We are indeed a guy. It's going to get techie, I'm telling you. Your boy brought up 1,000 gazillion different metrics for you guys, but apparently it's techier than techie things. Do you know what I mean? Do me a favour. Let me say it at first. This is important, guys. This community doesn't exist without each and every single one of you guys, and I mean that. This is proper. What happens to Lando? He's out of the car. McLaren are having issues, apparently. Bloody Nori Ashes. It's techie than techie things. I wanted to go through some strategy, but your boy's watching on his phone today, so it's a bit techie. In fact, we can still go through some strategy. I wanted to bloody pull the slides up though. Let me see if I can do it quickly on the fly. Absolutely insane from SkyGo. Oh, looks like you're running a software that's capable of such deep. Top of the morning, Crypto. I appreciate you saying that, Ola. You're a legend. Bless you, absolutely. And so we can all hit that like button. Indeed, electrical issue. Lando. Oh, the Lando Norris era. Ola Wanley. I appreciate you saying that. It means a lot to me, I'm telling you. I don't say it often enough. TWM, I appreciate you, chap. Legend of the piece. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Lando out the car. Bloody Nora. Here's the reliability of which we speak, right? It was always going to be this in 2026 with this rule. Sky is a nonsense too much. I'm gonna cross over to the dark side soon. We're going full F1 TV settings. You know what I mean? I've had enough. Just nonsense. Let me watch I feel like I'm being suffocated. The censorship that so engenders and epitomizes the way that they're covering the sport. I feel like it's seeped through here. I feel like I'm being policed, and I don't like it. Sky F1. I pay my money. Allow me to watch my Formula One the way that I want to watch it. Jokers. And now I've been forced to go full dark side and stream it from legal sources or otherwise. But it's their problem. It's not like I'm not paying my bloody money. Clown show. Absolute clown show. But I digress. Here we go. Shut up, Ted Kravitz. No, I know. Look, you'll love it. I'm going to get F1 TV. I've got the lowest access, right? Apple TV's not supposed. I was hearing good things, Sir John. Got a friend that uses Apple TV, and he says that it's. He says that he recommends. He says it's really good. But then, what do I know? Right, let's get some graphics up. We'll get there in the end. Oh, for you boys out here. I mean, it's too early, isn't it? 22 T minus 20 minutes. How very dare you, Cameron CC, complain about your British viewing time privilege? I get it. I understand it. I'm a numpty. I'm a numpty. I am a numpty. Stop. I'm going to play you Ruth Buscombe, and again, shout out to Ruth, legend of the piece. She's done a really, really good piece, and I'm going to play it to you. That will colour all of our strategic conversations. I figured, why am I talking to it? Medium hard, is the shout. And potentially, if you want to get a bit techie, T minus 19 minutes to go, you want to do medium, hard potentially. But I'll defer to Ruth Buscombe because she's infinitely more knowledgeable than me, or than I, or than something. Right, let's have a go. Let's have a go. You think I'll be a bit more prepared, eh, chat? What an absolute clown show. What's going on, Joe, my moderator extraordinaire? I appreciate you guys. I mean, more than you might know. Mate, I don't even think I have my phone. I can't check my phone, Johnny, because I'm watching from my phone today. Oh yeah, no, I'll get round to that chap in the end, I promise. But we are busy. Trying to run a channel over here, do you know what I mean? Or something like that. Russell's PU gonna last probably. Ruth is great. She schools. Oh, mate. She's a monster, is Ruth. A proper legend of the piece. How she's not on the Sky Sports F1 broadcast instead of, I don't know, a Jensen Button or or any of the other bots. It's like, well, how's David? Okay, is that bad? Right, let's go. I'm gonna show you some things. T minus 18 minutes, and we're gonna get some context out here. I promise you. Right, let's have a go. A bit rough around the edge, but you know what? The sentiment prevails. You guys will understand. If you want to become a member, top right of your screen there is a QR code. Using that, you can get yourself in the Discord. You guys are legends, want to know. I make no apologies for labouring this point because this community no longer is it tightly buttoned up F1. We privatise the profits and socialise the losses. It needs to be a conversation. You guys need to fact check me. Call me out on my bull feathers. Let me show you this in the first instance. This is what the pit stops look like under green flag conditions. 24 seconds is how much it will set you back. And I want to say under virtual safety car, my eyes are bad, 15 seconds. Therefore, you'll save yourself a chunk of time. Also, you need to know this. The tyre offset in quali, 0.35 seconds. Well, look at this. Softs is the meta. 0.35 seconds slower than that are the mediums in quali. In the race, 0.3 seconds over the course of a lap. Where is Martin Brundle, by the way? Bring him back. This grid walk is too chaotic. It's flaring up my OCD. 0.94, so 1 second slower in qualifying are the hards per lap, and 0.8 in the race proper. Let me show you this as well. Have you seen that already? Oh, I need to talk about this. Then chance of virtual safety car, 50%. Red flag, there's never ever been one between 2018 and 2025. Safety car, you get one 50% of the time. Chance of rain, not much.
The most strategies look like this.
Here we go. Strategy, potentially medium to hard. Ruth Buscombe, the legend that is, will explain this shortly. If you get strategy 1, you'll expect to see the pit stop window between lap 17 and lap 23. They'll go hards for the rest of the race, which will take them through to lap 58. Potentially, however, there's a second strategy. Some of them might start on softs with a view to expedite for the rate at which they overtake off the line. Some say that strategy 4, you'll hear Ruth Buscombe in a second talk about this. Strategy 4 potentially might be another option, medium, and then do hard. Gives yourself some more flexibility and optionality. Therefore, let me play this.
The most strategies look like this. Strategy 1, the baseline, expecting most cars, if not all, to start the race, targeting a 1 stop. Now, medium hard is the most logical race. Start on the medium for launch grip, early performance, and then switch onto the more durable hard tyre. If drivers can manage the medium during the opening stint and the hard looks capable of comfortably reaching the finish line, likely baseline strategy for Mercedes, probably Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton.
I am going to play this properly, I promise you. You need to hear from Ruth since you say God to. Right, Ruth Buscombe, I defer to her.
the most strategies look like this. Strategy 1, the baseline, expect most cars, if not all, to start the race, targeting a one stop. Now, medium hard is the most logical race. Start on the medium for launch grip, early performance, and then switch onto the more durable hard tyre. If drivers can manage the medium during the opening stint and the hard looks capable of comfortably reaching the finish line, likely baseline strategy for Mercedes, probably Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton. Strategy 2, the aggressive option, medium, hard, hard. Now, if the medium...
Just pausing to have a listen to Max. Oh my gosh, Max says, I hope we can be ahead of the hour feed. P7 or P6 for Max, he says. Bloody Nora. Oh gosh, is that where we are? I'm going to address something.
Begins to grain heavily, the race could shift to a two-stop. In fact, the pitting window for a medium hard and a medium hard could even be the same depending on the hard performance if that starts to grain too on high fuel. Teams struggling with front left degradation, potentially McLaren and Red Bull, may prefer this approach because it allows them to push harder rather than manage the tyres. Fresh tyres here also make the undercut particularly powerful. Now, wildcard. Hard medium. Starting on hard avoids that early graining phase on medium entirely. Run long, let the race spread out, and then attack later on fast tyres. But it is very high risk, especially here in strategy, because the undercut is so powerful and the hard isn't guaranteed to last. When the benchmark is a faster car, teams might need to want to take that level of... The most strategies look like this.
Fair play, Ruth. So medium hard then? Unless you want to be a bit dangerous and do medium hard. And shout out to Ruth Buscombe, by the way. If you're not already subscribed to her newsletter, The Race Strategy Society, then I would advise it. I'll try and drop a link in the description. Let me say this in the first instance, however. I've been watching some muggles here, and I want to talk and hearing a lot of chat on Twitter about this Max Verstappen. Listen, you don't need to like or love Max Verstappen. But if you call yourself an F1 fan and you have been watching over the past 5 or 6 years, then how can you deny Max Verstappen at the altar of your own tribalistic tendencies? You cannot. Therefore, you wish to declare yourself of a self-professed, confessed F1 abbot of unreason. I don't want to hear about this helmet marker quote. Oh, Helmut said that Max could drive a tractor. Well, he's got a tractor now. Can he drive? People cannot do impossible things. This is nonsense. If you want to see magic, go and watch David Copperfield or David Blaine. Do you know what I mean? People can't do impossible things. If the Red Bull is incapable of winning a race, then he will not win a race. There is a thing called Grice's razor. Don't listen. Don't try and interpret the literal meaning. Look at the sentiment. Of course, Dr. Helmut Marko was saying that he can outperform the car, but a tractor, you think somebody's going to actually drive a tractor? Lewis Hamilton couldn't do it for the past 5 or 6 years, as near as makes no difference. What makes you think that any other driver can do it? Let's not be stupid here. Too many moronic takes, and I've had enough here. It's too, don't forget, it's too chaotic. People just were, Max can drive a tractor. He said that Max can drive a tractor. He's got a chance to drive a tractor now. Oh, but Lewis Hamilton hasn't had the car, so he... What are we doing here? Oh no, you can't expect Lewis to win a race because he hasn't had the car. He's still the same Lewis as he's always been. He's right there in his prime. Tom Brady and LeBron James do it, so why can't Lewis Hamilton? Definitely can do it, because but the only reason why is that he hasn't had a car. Oh, Max is a car merchant now because it... Fucking hell, mate. Is it disabled, Craig? I'll sort that out. Unbelievable settings. You cannot write it. Genuinely, you could not write this in a book. It is bonkers, ladies and gentlemen of the F1. I just can't. Max Verstappen as a car, incapable of challenging for race wins. And you expect it. I suppose it's testament too much to the dude's class. He's not a bad peddler, as long as I've been watching Formula. And you know who talks this stuff? It's the bloody brand new fan that thinks they know better. Look, I don't want to gatekeep the sport. It's far for it to be me to claim to know anything more than anybody else. Do you know what I mean? I didn't see Jim Clark in 1960. I wish to be an infinitely better F1 scholar than I am. But I mean, humility is a thing. Right? Oh, it's like flipping Nora. You can't write it. It's nonsense. I swear, it's It's laughable, and that's why I'm laughing. Good luck to that. But again, they did. Yeah, it's disingenuous, isn't it? Lewis hasn't had the car, and so he hasn't won. Max doesn't have the car now, but he should still win. Yeah, of course. Cheers, mate. Fucking prat. Absolute. Absolute numpties. Is the bloody code? Is the code? I need to get this code up. I apologise. I apologise for the technical ineptitude around that. It's nonsense. Hooray up. Forgive me, chat, forgive me. I'm sorting out. It's been too early. Like, I've caved now. T-minus 8 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky race start. You boys all over the shop here. There we go. There we go. What are we doing here? Hopefully that'll work out. Simon Lazenby says, scan the QR code. Let's go. But it should be a link in the description anyway. But you boys are all sorts of unprepared today. I digress. 300 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash a like. If you want to become a member, you can scan the QR code or click the link in the description. I'm too lazy to type. Me and you both, Johnny. Go on then, we need to get ourselves a cheeky vote. Right, who's going to win this race? Because I don't know. I don't know. Well, we do know. We do know the favourite is right. We're talking in probabilistic terms. I still can't believe that Kimi Antonelli got his apology declined. Yes, Isaac. What a gangster. Even that QR has expired. Behave yourself, Crypto. Surely not. Surely not. So go on, do we think that Lewis can nail Charles? I'm not sure, you know. Even though this is his this is the conversation. I know who's not winning. Over you, brother, too. So John, it's Techie. Kimi's first win because Merc need heroes. Oh, good day. What's going on, Vault King? This X speculation is sad. I'll get rid of this. This X speculation is sad. Some are saying Max was only great in the last ground effect conditions, not as good in these low downforce cars, because that makes sense, G-Man. I don't know. Fudge. Let me hide it then. I can't be bothered. I'll sort it out later. It's chaos over here. Your boy's done his due diligence today. You can. Even that one's expired. Go on then, I'll take it down for now. That one should be eternal, but I digress. T-minus 6 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky. So, okay, so to that point, no, what's happened? There's a couple of different articles. There's one on motorsport.com. Peter Windsor said similar in our most recent catch-up. What happens is that when, you know how they describe the difference between a Checo and a Max, that Checo was very rear limited, and his gift was his ability to navigate in and around the limits of adhesion, get on the throttle early, around your low minimum speed turns, your rascasses as an example. As versus a Max Verstappen, whose strength will always be the quick stuff, right? Remember the difference? They said that Mark Webber was super brilliant through high minimum speed turns, your Maggots and your Beckettses. This isn't dissimilar, I don't think, chat, for a couple of different reasons. If the difference between the good and the great is the ability to manage an oversteery car, because then you're playing with more, you're painting with more colours, pastels and oils as well as waters. If that's how you see the difference between a Michael and a Rubens, when you take away the difficulty, when you neutralise some of the delicacy with which you need to present the car going into an apex on turning, when you neuter out for that, of course the gap between a Lewis, who struggled historically in ground effect era cars, and a Charles is going to do one of these, right? because that was Charles' gift. Charles could keep it balanced finely on the edge. And similarly with Isaac and Max, if you're gonna make the cars more difficult, if you're gonna make them less difficult to control, then Isaac Hajar is going to be a 2/10 away from Max, as versus, I don't know, 3/10 that he would have been last year in the same car. Reliability issues for McLaren. They're going to be, Andreas Stella and co are going to be fumigating. Dean, you're a legend. Good afternoon from us. Thanks for the content. I appreciate you, Dean, saying that. You guys are far too kind. One day when they grow up, I'll be worthy of such praise. Matt's called out these regs for 2 years, and the rest. He said that, yeah, he did say. Because he's been in the sim testing it, hasn't he? Good afternoon, Dean Legend, proper legend. I appreciate you as well, Dean, for the support in perpetuity. We are T-minus 4 minutes away from a cheeky way. Is Oscar really back in it? Both McLarens. I heard that Lando had jumped out the car. 400 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. 6 p.m. on Sunday. What an uncivilized time to watch the Chinese GP. Go on then. What's the track circumstance? Here is your track circumstance. Here in Melbourne. Oh, Luke. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, eh? Your boy out here, 6:57, Strahugling. There will be 56 laps this race. Circuit length, 5.4 kilometres or 3.4 miles. 7.3 metres elevation. It's going to get a bit techie around here, I'm telling you. Huh. Hi from the US. Exempt, you're a legend. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Absolutely best F1 channel on YouTube. Thank you, Cameron, for you getting that. Thank you, Bobby J, for you guys turning up each and every single time. C4, C3, C2 are the compounds with which we race today. Round 2, Chinese Grand Prix, Shanghai International Circuit. I haven't got it, Johnny. I couldn't do it. I had one yesterday. Johnny, I tell you what, you want me to be honest with you? I hate it when I hear podcasters say, oh, I'm so tired and I'm so sick. Not watching you to hear you moan, but when it's been bloody RIP, McLaren says visual, techie. When it's been, if you stream 2 a.m. and the 6 a.m., I debated as to whether I was going to do a sprint race yesterday, but to stream at 2:30 a.m. and then another 6 a.m. and then straight on the next day at 6:30 a.m. is a lot. I'll be honest with you. Watching Sky Sports, but listening to Cam, I appreciate you saying that. Josh, you're a legend. McLaren probably wheeled Piastri in the pits because Blando was, yeah. Just to be fair, put the papaya rules in effect. I appreciate you for being a defender of the faith. So John, 2 a.m. for me. So John, what are we doing? Oh, mass at 7 a.m. I'm here for you, bro. So John, you're oh wow, both McLarens in the garage. What are we doing? You can hear the audio. Fuck, that's so chaos. But Sky F1 have brought it on their bloody self. Is the problem. Let me turn it down ever so slightly. You guys tell me if you can still hear this. You're a legend, Jim, and I appreciate you, mate. Hopefully you guys can't hear this anymore. Let me see whether this is picking up in a minute. Oh, the humanity indeed. Look at McLaren just backing up. Forget it. Yeah, no, it's a good shout, Joe. Joe, tell me if you can still hear it now. They brought it on themselves, though. I don't even care. You know what? I normally don't do this, but bloody Nora, you still hear it a little bit. Flipping Nora. Wankers, Sky. Absolute wankers. Go on, and if you're just joining, both McLarens are in the bloody pits. Insane levels of nonsense. Okay, it's faint. Maybe Sky allow me now. I'm going to keep it on in the background. And my Sky keeps cutting out again. What did Sky do now, Yasser? Normally, for my stream, I watch... Look at this, same thing again. You stupid. Disable your capture software. So to stream on here, I use a software called OBS. Meaning... You know what, I'm going to have to... is insane. But whatever. All right, formation lap 3 a.m. F1 sim church. I don't hate it, Frank. You're a legend. I really wish we had these aero rules and engines that are true. That's what I think they're looking to do, Joe. The word on the F1 curb is that the changes that are incoming. Remember, in April, no Grand Prix now. Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain both cancelled. So they've got some time to have a think about their ways, right? Verstappen on a two-stopper, it seems to go on. Then you have. Let's take a cheeky gander at the runners and riders there. I disagree with this fundamentally, I really do. Oh yeah, look at that. Max and Hadjar both on softs. They've got to try something, right? Roll the dice. What's the point? So go on, your top 5 runners: Antonelli, Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc, Piastri if he gets a start, all on mediums. Norris on hards, Gasly on mediums as well. So go on, the ones who have rolled a dice. I mean, it's your back markers. It's electrical issues, Clive. How would you like to live in a city of 50 million with all buildings the same and smog every day? But at least they have jumping electric supercar. I know. Have you seen the jumping? I'm not even going to lie. I was very impressed by jumping electric supercars. Let me know in the chat, guys. Can you still hear commentary? Did Kimi figure out how to do it? Oh, wow, we're going to find out in a minute, aren't we, Joe? This is crazy. They can't have this race. Which car is going to get left standing with the field? Max Tuvek. Did they say it would have full batteries starting grid? No, so I don't think they've changed the rules yet because Ferrari are fighting it, right? What happened last week is that there is a harvesting limit for each lap, and basically George doesn't, for the first lap, the guys and girls at the front, very faintly, much fudge. I'm going to have to watch this without bloody sound, don't I? What an absolute clown show. Oh, here we go. You guys can hear it. There we go. So now you guys can't hear. But I have to look like an absolute tool with these headphones on. Whatever. Has to be done, chat. Watching Cameron F1 pick no sound there. What's going on these days? To lead after one lap, I have no idea, chat. It's going to get techie here. Oh my gosh, look at Pierre Gasly overshoot his grid box. Get back in your cage. Albon also out. Everybody also out. Change your bloody rules. Oh, it's a bit techie. I'll get the. I don't want to get disqualified. Right. Albon out. Looks like both McLarens out. This is insane, chat. What are we doing? Conversation points already. No McLarens. No Albon. 18 drivers in this race. Okay. So we have ourselves. We can sync on the reds. We have 1 red, 2 red, 3 red, 4 red, 5 reds. We are lights out and away we go. Oh, the humanity. Where the Scuderia Ferrari? Oh, wow. Kimi Antonelli got a decent start. Look at that. Oh, it's a turn 1. Both Scuderia Ferrari nail it again. Oh, the humanity. Antonelli holding the inside, though. Oh, you have Lewis Hamilton in the lead. Is Charles Leclerc going to make it? Charles Leclerc desperately tried it. Oh, we've got overtaken. Lewis Hamilton super clipping. I don't hate that. Lewis Hamilton sets in P1. We've got ourselves a race. Scuderia Ferrari of Charles Leclerc desperately trying to switch back on Antonelli. Can he get that done? Oh, that's not too bad. Lewis Hamilton takes the lead. And 3 goes Hamilton. Put the positions on screen. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm telling you, the only thing more ridiculous than the broadcast Are these bloody massive headphones on me head? Absolute nonsense. Go on then. Chill out, Isaac. Oh my gosh, Hajar sinking like a stone. What's happened to Hajar? He's got damage. Fudge. Ollie Behrman and Isaac Hajar come together. Isaac Hajar sinks like a stone. What is going on there, Isaac? Day late and $1 short, man. You got to keep your nose clean. Lest we forget to finish first. One must first finish, eh? Bloody Nora, this is very messy, right? Racing Bulls coming together as well. Currently. There we go. Oh no, Isaac. This is chaos. This is more akin to the Grand National at this stage, right? Mayhem, chat. Right, Matt's down 4 places. What is going on, chat? I appreciate your love. Go on then. Lewis Hamilton holding off the might of the Mercedes first. I don't hate that. I think what Lewis needed. Interestingly, George Russell gets a bad start again, eh? Down 2 places. Currently, your runners and riders with 55 laps remaining. So Lewis Hamilton, top spot. Antonelli, from Leclerc, George Russell, Gasly, Colapinto, Lawson, Ocon, Lindblad, and Carlos Sainz Jr. It's exciting. It is exciting. It is exciting. A little bit. Fake. Contrived. Last of the late harvester GP. Viagra settings. But it is exciting. You heard Andrew Benson yesterday, yeah? Yeah, McLaren didn't start. Retired. Electric settings. Kimi Antonelli on Lewis Hamilton. It's too easy there, isn't it? I got it with 1 lap. Lewis Hamilton lead. For the sake of the Grand Prix, you kind of need Lewis Hamilton to have a nibble back, right? George Russell goes purple, 38.0. George on Charles Leclerc, too easy. Inevitable, chat. Kimi's gone, only to be caught shortly thereafter by a George. Yeah, no, Lewis is right. Lewis is right. They'll need to do a peloton, won't they? Oh, the humanity. We're going to have ourselves some changes. Go on then. George Russell goes purple with a 38.0. Currently, Antonelli leads from Hamilton. Russell, Leclerc, and Gasly. Gasly? What? What is going on, chat? And to think I've used Limitless and the McLarens have bloody bottled it. Not bottled it, but reliability set it. H the Wood, I'm having issues with Sky Sports. They're chaos. Watch the battery graphics. Bobby Jam, all right, mate. I'm just a little bit fuming at Sky Sports F1. And the fact that George Russell sat there in 10th on soft compound tyres. Bloody Nora. Unbelievable. Antonelli 1 second down the road. It is over. Kimi versus Lewis. The Ghost of Toto's drivers past. The Ghost of Toto's drivers present. He said as much, didn't he, Saviour? Past Charles Leclerc like it wasn't moving. It's too easy. They've got pace in hand. Alpine gapping Red Bull. Can you imagine exempt? What a... Oof. No, that sprint doesn't look fun, does it? Sprint Botto scripted, believe. China is over. Merc on Merc battle. Merc on Merc violence. Oh, the humanity. What are we doing here? Go on then, chat. Settle down. 53 laps remaining. Huh. Mario Kart can be exciting at first. Later it becomes a little bit boring. But you're going to get yourself some stakes here. Depending on how long Kimi Antonelli can hang on to this race leader. You guys underestimate Charles Leclerc at his pen of the championship is long. This is true, Daniel. This is a good shout. Cheeky lockup from George Russell. Toto scripted that sprint free. It feels a little bit scripted, doesn't it? So we got 2 dragons for which we need to slay as the F1 community at the moment. The quality and calibre of the racing and the levelling of the competitive landscape. That's the problem. Watching the cars shoot past each other down the streets is genuinely late. It is a little bit lame. Mario Kart's so slow again. So go on then. Yeah, they're going to have to change something, aren't they? Oh, the humanity indeed, Ilava. Checking out the start. Kimi Antonelli. But yeah, point. Of course, you meant to point into the apex. Bloody colder than, it's like ice cold in this house at the moment. In the ice age. Yeah, Leclerc was hamstrung, wasn't he? Nowhere to go. An ever descending wedge. Great defending from Lewis. No, he's yeah, no, that's true. He didn't look bad there, to be fair. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bogged down from Max. The battery. Oh. Oh, Behrman stiff. Max Verstappen looking like Bowser at the start. No, backwards settings. Got to get that battery started right. Max, oh my gosh, look at Isa. Oh my gosh. Hajar. Ollie Behrman, gangster reactions. Ah, Max going off as well. Bloody Dora. Come on, Max. Languishing in 10th position. Lawson up 6 places. 6 places up from Lindblad as well. It's all over the shot. Internet Explorer before Crow will love that. Matt's losing the car trying to pass Arvid Lindblad. What are we doing? Lawson didn't even try to avoid Hajar. I don't like Lawson's attitude at all. Yeah. He's a bit clumsy. Is our Lawson. 6 laps in the books, 51 laps remaining. Red Bull all over the shopping match. What are we doing here? Sir John, you're far too kind as always, mate. Yeah, no, Matt's 15 seconds adrift. What are we doing here, chat? The Matt Verstappen Nay says we'll have a field day. They'll forget all of his recent exploits. Go on, Max. Get out the way, Arvid. Matt's the Mercedes next year. No kidding, Jock. No kidding. That's the conversation we're going to have. George wants to be careful what he wishes for, right? Because it's looking increasingly more probable that Max will either leave F1 or leave Red Bull to join Mercedes. Lest we forget, Toto, the boy who cried wolf, will drop kick in the chest one King George Russell or an Antonelli if that means that he can get a whiff of the signature of Maximilian Verstappen. Alonso ahead of the world champ. Oh, the humanity. 554 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like, please. It means more than you might realise. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Valking, I don't want to call it a sneeze test just yet. I feel like there's stakes. If not, just because at the front, George is yet to nail Kimi Antonelli. The commentators were going to have to earn their cut. They're going to have to earn their corn this time, though. I think they're going to have to really earn their corn to translate the pertinent messages. Look at these bloody headphones and this bloody hairline. Recession. I got a lot of drip yesterday. People saying, "Oh, your barber's rubbish, Cameron. Why does your hair?" I've got pictures of me like 3 years old. This bit of my hair's never grown, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Front left looks terrible. Graining settings again. I need to flash this up, don't I? Area pit stops. 23.9 seconds as versus 15.9 seconds. You need this one, don't you? There you go. Those are, you can pause that and you can see the strategies. Pit stop window from mediums to hards, 17 to 23. Is your pit stop window? My tyre is dead, says Max. Oh no. It's time to go to Turkey. No, Valking. I swear I'm going to bring, one of the days I'm going to find this photo of myself when I'm 3 years old. This has always been there. There's nothing that I can do about it. And I'm not precious. I was talking to another content creator yesterday. I asked them how they have 0 hang-ups. And they said that they just don't care about what people think. And I think I'm there now. Oh, Cameron, you barber. Whatever. Oh. Go on then, George. I thought George would have overtaken Kimi already. Nothing doing. I am gone. Any minutes I'm done. I'm out. Boring cars winning. Oh no. Max won't bother with Mercedes in these regs. He'll just fudge it off and go and drive GT3 cars. I don't know. Can you lean into the mic and say, I am Bat? I am Batman. I am. That's funny. KSD boy. Seeing Matt struggle with these starts and tyres fudged after 9 laps is depressing. Vinny, his time will come again. Cream always rises to the top. It's got to have patience. Absorb some punches from the Max Verstappen naysayers for now. It only if he hangs around. Well, next week he'll be at the bloody Nordschleife. Do you know what I mean? So that will be good. That will be enjoyable. Sometimes you got to hold some corn. What upsets me is that Lewis Hamilton fans. Sorry, excuse me. There is a difference between Lewis Hamilton fans and Cult OH. Cult OH have been excusing Lewis Hamilton's underperformance for the past 4 years. Oh, it's the car. Oh, it's Ferrari. Oh, Mercedes are sabotaging him. Oh, it's George Russell. Oh, it's this and oh, it's that. Couple races of Max Verstappen struggling in an SH1T box of a car. Oh, Max is washed. I'm like, huh? I'm like, huh? Make it make sense. Moronic take. But you know what? It happens. Yeah, Liam had the same issue in Melbourne. Not even 10 laps of yo-yo ain't going to start to soothe our ways this time. I can already hear friend of the channel PTD Windsor in my ear. He's going to be fuming. Behrman passes Max for Evans. Oh my gosh, I've just seen Ollie Behrman on Max. Wow. He can't get it turned, can he? Got no grip and no power. Oh my gosh. Max Verstappen, box. 10 laps. I admire your hopium. It's not hopium, Sandiam. Can't be hopium. This is evidence-based faith. Oh my gosh. In excess of 3.4 seconds for Max in a bit. Yeah, just leave, Max. It's no point. You got your performance clause. Exercise for it. No point. Lance Stroll parking up. This is bad, chat. This is the Grand National. Already 4 DNFs. Cadillac will yeet it. Alonso will yeet it in a minute. It is a little bit depressing, right? Pastor will have no hair come end of the season. I'm not one to talk about hair arc faders. 2008 subprime crisis, recession, electrical engineering problem, Max Masterclass strategy, potentially. Oh wow, no, it's too soon. It's too soon. Ferrari gets in the pits. I know, Max. Yeah, bad timing for Max. Fudge. How bad can it get? Okay, so Mercedes, Ferrari, everyone's going to come in and use their. So Max has just lost himself about 10 seconds worth, eh? Max has just lost himself 9 seconds plus change. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. Huh. Colapinto up into second, yeah, by dint of him not stopping. What is going on here? This is insane. Okay, you runners on riders then. With 46 laps remaining. Antonelli leads, having not pitted. Or having pitted, excuse me. Colapinto. What's going on here? So how's Colapinto and Ocon? Okay, because Colapinto and Ocon haven't pitted. So Antonelli leads, effective lead from George Russell in effective second. Colapinto and Ocon currently on track. The meet in a Mercedes sandwich, second and third respectively. Hamilton in fifth, Lindblad in sixth, had they not pitted. Leclerc, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Behrman. That's your top 10. I'm surprised Alonso is still going around there. Aston Martin are taking a risk, right, with their lack of resources. They've only got 2 batteries. The 2 batteries that are in the car. 6-second pit stop for Hadjar. Red Bull are falling apart here, aren't they? There's problems. Problems, chat. Oh, to be a Red Bull fan. No, so who didn't pit? Colapinto, Ocon didn't pit. Hulkenberg, Lindblad didn't pit. He's at Hadjar's second pit stop. Oh my gosh, Red Bull, what are we doing? You can't build a car. You can't pit. You can't do anything. The strategy was poor. Luck is not on your side, Max Verstappen. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Max Verstappen is going to leave this team as soon as the summer break. He will have his name, his signature on a Mercedes contract, courtesy of Toto, the boy who cried wolf. Who will he beat out that team, though, is the problem. That's the point. Is Toto Wolff buying Alpine so that he can house Kimi Antonelli in that car for a couple of seasons until he grows? I don't know. 600 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. Red Bull did it. They finally built a car that even Max can't drive. I know. Best efforts. They've been trying, haven't they? Darren says, try it. True, Darren. You've done me over there. George is gone. What do you mean? George is not gone. Behave. George is sat in fourth still. If these regs don't change, I hope he leaves the sport. Oh, fewer lava. They're gonna get a warning next weekend when they see the hundreds of thousands of views that Max's NLS race will do. Just want to see him rip. I don't think so. Mercedes set with Kimi and... I remember in 1996, I thought that Williams would never get rid of Damon Hill. And they did. There's always a better driver. What a shambles this is. IRL, I hear you. It's a problem. It is a problem. It is a shambles. And I feel like my... Bloody Noro Bobby J. That's commitment. I can't believe I stayed up for this. I've been up since midnight. I've been It's hard to sleep with the adrenaline of a race coming down the pipe, isn't it? Red Bull V-Car's better again. How is that possible, mate? Lauren Meckes is going to be having conversations with Mint Slaff and Mateschitz, Mark Dietrichson. Oliver Apex. I thought Verstappen could win in any car. We addressed this earlier, Oliver. Like, have you heard of Grice's razor, Oliver? Why don't you dance on Max Verstappen's grave once he's in Mercedes next year? Do you know what I mean? Very easy to be a Monday morning quarterback. I thought Max could win in any car. Did you really? Well, maybe that says more about you than the sayer of that statement. I don't think the sun's going to rise tomorrow, Oliver. You understand what I'm saying? The world's going to collapse. Do you understand what creative license means? Do you get rhetoric and using euphemism and metaphor? Do you understand that? Do you understand physics? There is no bending of the space-time continuum, Oliver. If you want to take someone literally at their word, at face value, when they're saying impossible things, then you, sir, are the moron. I don't want to get disrespectful here, but I'm sick and tired. Oh, Max can win in a tractor. That's a stupid statement to make if you're talking literally. And it's an even stupider statement to believe. Do you know what I mean? There are no Pyrrhic victories here. There is only moronic and stupid claims. Nonsense. I thought he could win in a tractor. Well, if you believe that, then expect Santa Claus to come down your chimney and deliver some Christmas presents this year. Do you know what I mean? And fairies and unicorns. Why don't you believe in those two whilst you're there? We are under safety car circumstance. F1 is collapsing at the end. Exactly, don't be there. I just did a 14-hour shift. Oh, I feel for you, Darren. Not even watching F1 until they get rid of the EV garbage. It's nonsense, isn't it? I thought he could win in a tractor, and he's now in a tractor and he's not winning. Therefore, you must be wrong. Logic fallacy. Grice's razor. Rubbish. Your hot takes are laughably bad. Oliver, come on. We can't. No, it's nonsense. It's just ridiculous. I've heard a couple of people say that of late. Max could win in a tractor and they're not winning. Therefore, you must be wrong. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you for your add value input. You're clearly furthering the conversation with your intellectual F1 curiosity. 5 minutes of replay while the live feed is in little box. Direction is toast. Everything's a bit bad, isn't it? It feels like the Grand National. You've got DNFs and DNSs all over the shop. That's the first thing. The bloody let's say in fact we've got a restart going. Kimi Antonelli's all right here. He's gone, hasn't he? Oliver, it's nonsense. I don't mean to victimise you, Oliver, but I've heard that a couple of times and I've got smoke for it. It's too easy to rebuttal. Go on then, Colapinto. Don't hate that. Colapinto and Behrman. Must be a boring grace with Cam going off. So somebody triggered me, yeah. And I won't turn down an invitation to go scorched earth at the altar of Billy. You got to, they think they're clever, but they are not. It's all right. Ooh, switch back from Bearman. Don't hate that. Go on then, Lewis. Lewis on George. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? It's a bit racist, this Lewis Hamilton chap sometimes at the ripe old age of 41. What happened to these muggles who claim that 41 is a death sentence in F1? You know what I mean? Lewison, Russell, F1 became a monstrosity. I'm still in bed with McLaren gone home. Insane, Jomo. And the car's bunch, let's go. Get in, Lewis, says Clive. Don't hate it. Matt's fighting. Go on then. Max Verstappen sat in 11th. Oh, the humanity behind Pierre Gasly. Hamilton looks like he's won with his car this year, says Andrew. Not glazing, but Lewis Hamilton is back, says H. The Wood. The car is garbage though. Nice, Lewis. Look at this. Go on, Lewis. Lewis up the inside of Behrman. Fair play. Fair play, Lewis. Lewis up into third on Esteban Ocon. A bit racy, isn't he? Yeah. Go on then, George. What are you doing, George? George is rushed for real cam. Who are these muggles? TW insane. TW. Charlotte Claire Nabbles, George. What are you doing, George? Get moving, George. Ross, this isn't good enough, chap. George looking a bit like Sebastian Vettel. Maybe they're trying to make it interesting. Huh. Reliability issues, perhaps. I don't know what's going on with George here. Maybe they didn't set up his car properly because of the bloody the issues and the understeer. Bottling might be a bit. It might be a bit premature to call it George bottling, but it hasn't been his best. Hasn't been his best race, and I've got him on ×2 on fantasy, expecting him to nail it and just go off. Oh wow! George said he's got no grip. Wow, got no grip. Says George. What is George doing? Come on, George. King Woody's poo. The George naysayers will be. I mean, this is a double whammy for Court OH. George dropping off and Max Verstappen dropping off. This is they'll be turned on at this, won't they? Charles Leclerc up into 4th. Ocon and Lindblad, the biggest winners, by the way. Up 8 places from the grid start. 600 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. Careful, Lindblad and Ollie. What is going on here? Jaws music and engage for Lewis on Kimi. Purple from Lewis Hamilton on a 37.0. Don't hate that. Wow. If Lewis could win this, chaos, chat. I'm telling you. I do want Lewis to do well. I'm saying that. Oh, careful, look, careful, Charles. Nice switchback from Charles. He's nobbled him. Very sexy from Charles. That's the sort of stuff that we want to see. Some a checkmate in 4 moves type overtakes. Come here, Kimmy. Thank you for keeping Lewis Hamilton's space nice and warm. TWO says Hamilton and Percival can win this if they don't fight each other. True. Wow. Bobby J, you're a legend. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Absolutely. It's a man's world, but it wouldn't be anything but for a woman or a girl. James, around fantasy team going forward, I'm using D&D to his butt. So John, it's chaos. Izzy says, love if Lewis will win this. Nothing on Kimmy. Who do you want to? Do you really want Izzy? That's chaos that you want Lewis to win over Antonelli. Look how far Lewis and Kimmy lead already. So go on then, your runners and riders. George Russell finally gets past Colapinto. Green lap from Max Verstappen. All the way down there in 11th. What are we doing here? I've got to rub my eyes. Just didn't believe this. I left a Ferrari apology form in the Discord for the date. Let me know, Neil, because I still doubt. I don't trust. Oof. I don't trust Ferrari at all. At all. I still think I still am more invested in Ferrari's ability to bottle it. I'll be honest with you. You a lava. Your naughty degenerate habits are leaking through. I haven't. The only bets that I've placed thus far this season are on George. I could have easily bet on George for this race, to be fair, but his odds were prohibitive. Yes, to the apology. If anybody needs to, thus far, season to date, if anybody needs to fill out the apology form, it is me. Everyone's got to hold some corn at some point, right? Humble oneself. Lose better. Hope his tired hold up. Red Bull took their wings. Lewis keeping Anatelli. Antonelli and Jay. Ferrari don't trust themselves. Sounds so funny. There we go, Matt Stappen up into ninth. Let's go. Get out of the way, Arvid. Fastest man on track. Oh, there we go. Yellow flag settings as George Russell goes purple on a 36.420. Red Bull that has lost its cojones. Red Bull look like a bird that lost their wings. It's true. What is going on? I tell you what, it's a miracle that Verstappen is overtaken in a tractor, bro. He'll have his time again. He'll have his time again. He'll be all right. Come on then, runners and riders. 18 laps in the books, 39 left. Agile can't close the gap to Science. What is that about? Bloody Nora. And a great observation. Testament to how bad they are. Tractor in the points. How can Lewis ask for more power? Their engine should be locked down right. Cannot change engine mode in a race. So, you can change an engine mode in a race. Yeah, you can change an engine mode. Can mark my words, Hamilton fighting too hard will end up in 4th place as he did in the sprint. Tristan potentially. He's got to manage his tyres. The delta between the Scuderia Ferrari pairing 1.9 seconds. Lewis has got a sniff though, and he'll be looking for that victory. Top step of the podium settings will be all that Lewis Hamilton is invested in. Remember when Lewis used to say, I need more power? He's saying that's that, yeah. Hammer time, warp speed, beam me up, Scotty. Don't forget last season Red Bull was struggling and then came back. Bobby J, you no controversial things said. I would argue though, they were never like, this is a lot. They were never in 9th fighting with Pierre Gasly. They were never. Don't remember. Oh my gosh. Ocon and Colapinto. Are we going to have to get? No, they're going to go through to the end. Just thinking about the strategy. These guys are going to go through to the end, aren't they? And Hards. Woody will cook his tyres. It sounds like he might have already cooked them. Although, purple from George, 36.3 last time round. 3 point. They're all still bunched at the top. Let me know how you feel about this, chap. I don't know. I'm reminded of Andrew Benson's quote that fundamentally, philosophically, this flies in the face of everything that we know about Formula One, right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. No likey. I apologise that you got a bit of sun thing in the background, but there's nothing I could do about it, sadly. He's dropping back a wee bit. Go on then, let's have a look at some deltas. 1.3 seconds is the delta between Antonelli and Lewis Hamilton in that red car with a yellow badge and the black prancing horse atop. Oh, oh, this is good between the Haas and bloody Gasly. Those Haas are quick. Look at them hunting down bloody Gasly. Holy smoke. Max Verstappen nails himself, Gasly. Ooh, nearly a crash. This is techie. I don't hate this chat. I'm not going to lie to you. McLaren is Liverpool. Max Verstappen nobbles Gasly. Don't hate that. Fake overtake, switcheroo, yo-yo racing, Mad Max HD would says there's been a billion passes. But how much have they how many of them have actually meant something? Is this issue? Here comes George. 3.3 seconds. I need George to win this race. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm invested because of Fantasy F1. Ferrari needs to win this more than Mercedes. Come on, Ferrari, do it. I don't hate it, Daniel. If you're invested in competition for the season, then Cameron, how about an acceptance of regs poll? Yeah, I'll get one up there. I want to eat the same cereal as Colapinto. Brave pills, one and all. How quickly did Russell close that 4-second gap to Leclerc? It's a good shout. It's a good shout. 0.3. Go on then, George. Have a word. George has a cheeky look. Max can realistically pay P5, P6. Perhaps. Yeah, P6 is on. Well, yeah, P5. Maybe. But it's still, I mean, it's a bit presumptive. Or presumptuous. Science Nobbles Hajar. What is going on? Toto scripted a Kimi win. I still think George will have something to say about this. As Max Verstappen nobbles Ocon, don't hate that. Racing tractors could be more interesting, actually. How could you bring yourself? My little man's going to be in it anytime soon. I should probably listen out for him. What's going on with Max's start, says Zoom. I have no more or less intel than you guys. I don't know. What I do know is that Max didn't become a bad driver overnight. Max all the way up into 7th. What are we doing? So he'll nobble Color Pinto and Bearman. And that's probably as high as he'll go, right? Oh, Safak, Max. There is Cameron, don't you think the racing is better this year? Cars are too bad. Cars are not too bad. Just a tweak on the engine, and these regs might be class, says Justin, in my opinion. So on the stream yesterday, we talked about potential changes. Mark Hughes put forth a couple of different suggestions. There's been fuel flow tinker spoken about. So too, there's been a potential edge to the rate at which they can deploy their electric batteries. And also what's been talked about by Mark Hughes. You know, we said, oh, it's 50-50 ICE, 50% electric. Gas. Cassie says that wasn't fair. Oh, wasn't fair. Oh, Max. No, I think that was all right for Max. Can you imagine if Max gets a penalty as well? What are we doing here? So Mark Hughes puts forth a suggestion. He's hearing that 50-50 ICE electric, as far as these cars' power delivery, potentially will become 60-40 ICE, 40% electric, and that would solve for most of these problems. Maybe they need to tinker for fuel flow as well, and maybe potentially tinker for the rate at which they can deploy and charge as well. But I think that would solve a lot of the problems. 80-20 was what we were using last year with the MGUH. Now that MGUH has gone away, you'd argue 60-40 or 70-30 might be good. But then maybe Audi protest, right? You brought us in here on the proviso that it's 50-50, but I think Audi realised that there would be downside ramifications if they stick with this. Anthony Davidson getting snippy with Crofty. 80-20 was last year. 2026 rules and regs. Timu F1. You're a legend, Sir John. It is Viagra settings, isn't it? Kaori, what's going on? Caroline, Anthony Davidson getting a bit snappy with Crofty. Push back, he's got to. 70-30, you think, Jacob? I don't hate it. Currently, runners and riders, 34 laps remaining, 23 are in the books. Antonelli leads last tour on a 136.6. Lewis Hamilton in second. Charles Leclerc in third. 2.1 seconds in the delta between your first and second place drivers. 2.7 between third and first. This is interesting. Teamy regs. It's funny. You guys are cracking me up. Interesting that an Aston Martin in the hands of Alonso has gone more laps than McLaren. Chaos. Than both McLarens combined. 60-40. That's what's been talked about now. Potentially. And potentially they'll do that over the course of the next month because they've got the time, haven't they? Lando talking about what happened. Did not start. F1 sponsored by Viagra. But Cameron, you must admit that when a driver like Max is not happy whilst driving, the chances for him to get that symbiotic feel with his car are getting smaller with any negative feeling. It's the point, Rob. Peter Wenzer made it on our last conversation, didn't he? And our motorsport.com have picked it up. There is a growing sentiment, a groundswell that these regs, that the cars are easier to drive. Broadly, I should be more precise in my language, less mercurial, let's say, and that will converge. That will penalise and neutralise some of the talents of a Max Verstappen and a Charles Leclerc now. Antonelli cruising away. Bravo, Kimi. Sorry, you're an ugly team. Oh, is he? 3.1 seconds to George now. Okay, so here we have a problem. Charles Leclerc nobbles Lewis. Look at that. Bloody Nora. Did they organise that? Oh, just getting the overtake. Oh, Lewis didn't know. He did not know. It's getting a bit racy. There was George. Be careful, George. George Russell looking to do something here. 3.5 seconds is the delta. We've got 32 laps left of racing, methinks. Ferraris need to chill before they let George through. Yeah, Peloton. Oh, Lewis tries to nobble. Charles going to hang him out. It was contact. Charles was always going to hang him out. Max ordered a race car. Received a picture of one. Want to see his comments on Let's go, Sir John. You too, Jenners. Oh, George Russell. So this is what happens. Scuderia Ferrari when you fight. Look, that is odd. Did you see that? George was going to nobble Lewis and then his car ran out of bloody Viagra settings. This is bonkers, chat. That onboard of George is the epitome of these rules, right? George had the overtake right there, and then all of a sudden his PU ran out of steam. Nobody wants to see this. Verstappen just needs to keep it on track, maximise points, long season. That's very true, Ray. 100%, I agree with that. FIA cuts, I never doubted it. Go on then, chat. What's happened to Lewis? Bobby J. Mean reversion, sir. Let me say this for context. This is no indictment on who Lewis Hamilton is. Charles is a terrible teammate, Nate. What did you want him to do? Just 28 years old, prime of his career. I'm making the Charles Leclerc case here, but did you expect him to just... Oh, look at that. With more speed, did you expect Charles to just let Lewis have it? Oh. Oh, Lewis Hamilton looking quite tired here. Look at Charles Leclerc using all of the road, and Lewis actually a bit tighter. Short corners. Per Peter wins, a friend of the channel. Cannot be just tyres, Lewis. True. I think listen, if you're going to beat Charles Leclerc, Charles Leclerc, catch Kimi and pass him, Cameron, Bobby. George Russell needs to nobble these Ferraris right, because otherwise, this is Kimi Antonelli's race to lose. Bear faster than Max standard. OG Silly alleged. Or battery overtake mode on straight nose skill. This is it, OG Zilla. Andrew Benson said it best, right? That turns, that used to test the bravery of these drivers. A la the Senna S's in Suzuka, or turn 9, turn 10 at Albert Park, or I don't know, Maggots or Beckett's. Lewis having another cheeky look at that. Up the inside, there you go, Lewis. Don't hate that. Mind the switchback. I don't think Charles saw that coming. Lewis is definitely half a step down from Charles. There's no denying. This is the problem, humans. Go on and let's have a cheeky bet with us. Which one of these? Oh, look at this. Charles Leclerc, round the outside. Oh, Lewis didn't want to back out of that. This engine noise is fake, isn't it? Yo-yo overtaking is the name of the game. This is helping. All of this. Fudge, be careful, Lewis. Always great support from around here. Antonelli 6 seconds. So this is helping Antonelli. They almost want a peloton it. Oh, Lewis trying it again. Charles ain't having this. This fight, this fighting. Wow, bravo, Lewis. But Charles isn't having that on a switchback. Flipping Nora. It's a bit racy. Go on, and here we go now, George. Careful, Lewis. Flipping Nora. There is no way this loss of power every lap is as infuriating to all the drivers as it is to all of us, says Ualava. Far too kind, Ualava. I agree. Here we go. There's George. Do you see this? Sometimes you've got to peloton it, chat, and try and get away from the next person down the road. Now they've opened up. All this fighting has opened the door to George Russell. Oh, Cameron, put some respect on chat. True, much. True. He's not bad, this Charles Leclerc fella, nor this Sir Lewis Hamilton fella. High speed game of chess. High stakes game of chess. They've stolen that from Joe Rogan when he's talking about MMA. Russell podium. Russell will be second at the very least. Arvid Lindblad, cheeky spin. Rookie mistake from a rookie driver. Can you imagine a safety car now? Oh my gosh. Safety car. Charles killed Lewis. George profits. The Charles Leclerc chap is a bit racy, mate. I'm telling you. Lindblad tear off and then he forgot to brake. Oh my god, that is a rookie error. Oh my gosh. So proud of Charles. Sandiam. He looks. Charles Leclerc beating Lewis. I tell you what the problem is. I was talking about this with Shez and Baxter yesterday. And the conclusion was this. Lewis Hamilton is the winner. Oh, here we go, George. George ran the outside of Charles. Charles not having it for now. It's coming though. Switch back from George. Nothing doing just yet. So the problem for Lewis, this is the problem for Lewis fans. And again, Court AH need to get back in, need to wind their neck back in now. Because Lewis, here's what's going to happen with Lewis. Lewis is a demon around China. If there's any track of the 22 around which we will race in 2026 that Lewis is going to beat Charles Leclerc, then it would be the Shanghai International. The winningest driver ever is Sir Lewis Hamilton at this circuit. If Charles Leclerc beats Lewis around here, then what do you think is going to happen at Silverstone or Austria? That's the issue. That's the issue. So I'm not looking to mourn Lewis Hamilton's career just yet, but Charles looks hungry. George is just fast, just in a fast car. Wow, Daniel. Wow. To be fair, George versus Charles. Look at this, Antonelli, right place, right time, right. What we need is a safety car. Bring out the set. George, get around him and then cheeky safety car for the last 25 laps would be perfect. This is what happened last week with Mercedes and Ferrari. Yeah, they've got too much pace. Oof, Russell on Leclerc. All right, game on. 7.5 seconds of delta. Charles Leclerc benefiting from a cheeky slipstream. Max and Ollie seem to be rivals. Max and Pierre Gasly seem to be rivals. Correct, Bernie Collins. There was an option for a cheeky George runs wide though. Charles Leclerc's gonna have another nibble. Need to through that chicane. Or through those two turns even. Safety car would be good, Bobby J. That would. OG Zilla, mourn his career. Lewis has the strongest teammate on the grid. Not bad for a foot. True, OG Zilla. I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, more on Lewis's career in the sense that this might be his final tour, and if we're having a conversation against the backdrop of a potential 8th, then in order to get an 8th, Lewis will need to beat Charles Leclerc now. You are correct, though. I stand corrected, OG Zilla. Fastest lap on 19 lap hard tyres is ridiculous from George. Good shout, Bycam. It's a good shout. Max could use a safety car. True also. But I mean, would it be... I think the race could use a safety car. Max up to 6. I hate to say this, but it is what it is until summer break and Mercedes gets nerfed. And of course, Sir John refers to ADUO, additional development and upgrade opportunities. Race 6. But Mercedes have already said, you know what? It's going to get a bit techie. Mercedes saying only Aston Martin and Honda should be allowed to use ADUO opportunities. Crofty talking about Mario Kart. Perfect. Everyone will love that. Cam, you ain't mourning, Lewis. You went ahead and sacked him off already. Just shoot straight, me, H the bud. Just shoot straight. Do you know what I mean? It was brilliant, Lewis. I swear, I don't know how Lewis Hamilton fans and Max Verstappen fans can't coexist. They should be cosy bedfellows, though they are not. Because Lewis, back in 06, 07, 08, reminded me then, as a driver, of Max Verstappen these days. They are so similar. Different, but similar. How do you imagine Mercedes will get nerfed? I don't think they'll... because cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, dollar bills. I think they'll change it. Is Lewis catching Charles? Okay, straight fight now between... Lol. I love Max. Don't associate me, H the word. Kimmy's cruising. He is cruising. It's going to do over my bloody fantasy team. This, so annoying. Lewis and Matt fans unite. Those are just extremists. Cameron, I'm a Max fan, but I have a lot of respect for it. Very well said, Daniel. South Hack, Lewis and Max fans. I wonder who bought F1 Paramount. I wonder who owns Paramount. Oh, let's not even get there, Andy. Let's not even go there. Okay. Currently, runners and riders. 32 laps in the books. 25 laps left on the docket. Kimi Antonelli leads from George Russell. 8.1 seconds down the road. We need ourselves a safety car to reignite this race as a competitive proposition now. Charles Leclerc leads Sir Lewis Hamilton 3rd and 4th respectively. Behrman up in 5th. Max Verstappen up to 6th. Gasly, Colapinto, Hulkenberg from Liam Lawson. Retirees. Alonso soon. Stroll, Piastri, Norris. Leclerc says Plan C. Plan B, Plan C. We are checking. I think Plan C refers potentially to a cheeky safety car. Antonelli goes purple, 35.983. The gap between first and second Antonelli and King George, 7.8 seconds. Safety cars, TWM, that's what's needed. Oh my God. Matt's now nearly 3 seconds off Behrman. What are we doing here? This is outrageous. Fudging, rageous chat. I hope the FIA takes some time to deliberate some rule changes over the break they now have enabled. 100% OG Zilla. Mark Hughes alludes to that in his latest article, that potentially with a 50-50 split between ICE and electric, potentially They will change that to 60-40. Some say in the paddock. Damage on Ocon's car. Russell goes purple on a 35.9. The gap between first and second is down to 7.8 seconds. Haas, rocket ship, or Red Bull tractor, or both. Fuel lava, too kind as always. Bit of both, I think. They see things like mutually exclusive. There he goes, Hamilton. Remember those days. Sir John. It was good. It was a good. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The Rhino Yellows. Oh my gosh, too eager. Are they playing crowd noise? I think that I suspect, you know, WWE play crowd noise through the broadcast. Chill out, Esteban. Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon. What are you talking about, Crofty? Esteban Ocon was a day late and a dollar short. Daniel, far too kind, sir. I appreciate you out here gifting memberships. And if you are a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab. And therefore, shortly thereafter, into the Discord. Appreciate you, sir. You're far too kind. 700 of you watching concurrently. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to subscribe. Too kind, Daniel, as always, mate. Appreciate you. T-minus 23 laps left on the docket. I think that was Ocon's fault. 7.7 seconds in the delta between Antonelli and Russell. Can you spell safety car? Ocon confesses for his sins and says that was my fault. Woody slowly closing, slowly. He needs a safety car. Alonso about to retire. Look at that. Daniel making donations. I appreciate you, mate. Thanks for the membership, says yes. And by the way, if you become a peddler, an elite peddler, you get yourself priority in the chat, get yourself access to the Discord, and some very sexy emojis. The boy needs to update. 2026 psyop in all F1 domains are real. Very well said, AG said. And far too kind as always. They're going to need to sort it out. They would need to do something. You guys let me know in the chat. 60-40 potentially. Is that the solve? Fuel flow. Edge for that. Edge for the ramp, the rate at which the drivers can charge the battery and deploy it. Do they confine them in that sense? Can you spell Mercedes race management? True. They played this in the beginning, says Neil. True. Ocon, who's meant to be Mercedes. I thought, Ali, you want me to confess for my sins? I thought Ocon would see to Ollie Behrman. Look at this. You know what jumps off the pack? I'll tell you what's loud. Lewis says I've got no power. Sabotage. They've turned his car down. Wow. Charles not having that. Modern day Jean Lazy making another mistake of the unforced variety. What are we doing? What are you doing, Charles Leclerc? As brilliant as this, he's going to go around the outside. If he goes around the outside on Lewis, this is chaos strat. No, he couldn't do that. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. And through goes Hamilton, Sir John. Oh, the humanity. He makes the impossible things look routine, does Charles. But then the easy things he struggles with. Like keeping it on track and making no mistakes. Insane. Hulkenberg pits with 21 laps left on the docket. I won't hate a loose podium here, Neil. Me neither. Me neither, to be fair. This race is trash. Come on, Leclerc mistake. Charles sleeved. There is always a cheeky mistake. I need to get onto Shez here. Shez, yeah, easy G. Great mind. I said that before I reacted, before I even read your message. Love this from Lewis A.G. Zilla. Very racy, and now he's got his power back. Even with no power, through goes Hamilton. T-Devil I don't hate it. And look at Lewis now. What is going on here? Hey man, A.G. Zilla. Lewis going. Lewis and Charlotte having having an hissing contest, says Daniel. Lewis promised to give a trophy. Ooh, do you hear that crowd noise? I don't trust the crowd noise. It's fake. Stop playing crowd noise. It's too contrived. Up to 13th from Esteban Ocon. You may as well let them fight now. I think there's no point in using Peloton team orders. Just let them fight. Nobody's going to catch George anyway at this rate. All hail King Lewis. 10-second penalty for Esteban Ocon. What a clown show. What a clown show. Evil MVS in his Zangief uniform, turning dials on cars in real time, as Bernie Eccleston would do. I think crowd love George. Lewis is a starved beast today. We love to see it, says Izzy. No crowd noise on F1 TV. So fake and contrived. WWF 100,000%. Cameron, why don't you give Max this much energy when he makes mistakes? He literally went off that. True also. How come you only get excited if Charles make a mistake? The extent we have these conversations against this backdrop, a difference in extents and not kinds. Charles' car, we can all agree, is better than Max's, is it not? So again, I wouldn't expect Charles to make the mistakes that Max is making, because I think Max's car is a little bit more difficult to drive. You can see this with Isaac Hajar now. You're a lava, you're a legend. Oh, my setup is such. With that loose pass, I think. Honestly, you can't even write it. With that loose pass, I think that brings us to 3 gazillion passes. How have F1 managed to nail what we all wanted? It's techie, that little lava. It's a loaded question that you ask me, mate. Cam has a sauce. What's what? So no, go on. Let's address this now. So no, Max did make a mistake. He did make a mistake. You got to normalise for the machinery out. I don't think Charles Leclerc's car is easy to drive necessarily, but I don't know. Cameron could have made that argument in past years. You could have made that argument in past years, though. You're obsessed about Charles Leclerc's car. I just think, in long form, true. No. You make a point, Neil. I'll accept that. I just think in long form, Charles Leclerc makes more mistakes than most. As brilliant as he is, there is almost Charles Leclerc is a walking, talking paradox. As brilliant as he is, he's also, his career will be punctuated by mistakes. I think this narrative, Neil, was allowed. It jumped off the page at me when in 2022, Charles Leclerc had himself a very fast car, mercurial and difficult to drive. But at the French Grand Prix that year, Paul Ricard, you'll remember that Charles Leclerc, I didn't think Charles Leclerc would get off the line and defend Max Verstappen in equal-ish machinery, 6-7. However, Charles Leclerc did it then and nailed it. He did all the hard stuff and made it look easy, only then to yeet it into the barrier. Look at Charles Leclerc. He's not having this from Lewis. If we're talking podium, it's going to get techie. 6.8 seconds in the delta between your first and your second driver in Antonelli and George. Alonso said he was losing feeling. Nerve damage. Emotional damage. So no, to that point, Neil, on Charles, I think a white paper needs to be written on the dude, because he's so fast and so brilliant and so race-y. Then he makes impossible things look routine. but then makes the easy things look very difficult. Not really, you just focus on him more and then you make a big noise about it and then everybody here coppers you. Last year Max made a few mistakes, so you better go on. And Neil, let's talk about this because I want to root this conversation. In fact, what mistakes did Max make? Count them on one hand, chap. And to be fair, Shaw made less mistakes last year than normal. Oof, we are Shaw. So John, 4.5 litres, 1950s. Mm, 4.5 litres, 1950s. 1.5 litres, 3 litres, 1960s to 80s. Loose up the inside. Huh. My setup is makeshift today. Apology. V8s, V10s, V12s, 90s, 2090s wasn't a bad era. Current 1.6 litre V6 turbo hybrid, 2014 to 2025 SH1T 2026. It's not great, is it? Go on then, Neil. Let me nail this, mate, because you're calling me out on grounds of inconsistency, which I feel is quite interesting. Not really, Cameron. You just focus on him more and then you make a big noise about it and then everybody here coppers you. Last year, Max made a few mistakes and barely, Go on then, Neil. Tell me, what were the mistakes that Max Verstappen made? Cite them for me, chap. Because I remember Charles Leclerc was in the barrier or at least offs in FP1 more frequently. Abu Dhabi made a couple. Charles Leclerc makes mistakes, mate. And then if you want to broaden your timelines out and have a real conversation about mistakes as versus Max Verstappen, I don't think that's the hill that you want to die on, Neil, if we're being honest. If you're comparing the extent to which Max makes mistakes or has made mistakes over the past 5 or 6 seasons as versus Charles, you're having a laugh, ain't you, Neil? Come on, mate. If you want to do a deep dive. I've got, somebody sent me a bloody... somebody on Twitter sent me like a case by case. I did a deep dive on it. Hold on. I'll get my... Yeah, Neil, send it to me, chap. Send it to me. I'll be keen to see the mistake. And don't just look at last year, the year when Charles Leclerc stopped making mistakes. Broaden it out and do the last 4 or 5 years. Normalise for machinery and then we can have ourselves a conversation. I've never once said he's a bad peddler. You know this, TWM. F1, I'm glad you're warming to it. 2026, Cam, I'm not having it, cannabis. Scorched stuff. Cam, you cannot reason with Max haters. They're completely delusional. No, I don't think Neil's not a Max hater. Neil's points are valid, so I'll engage Neil where he stands. Cameron, that's not my point. My point is you exaggerate. Really? No, Neil, you've just lost me, chap. As I was defending you, Neil, you just lost me. Exaggerate. Call it as we see it on here. If Charles Leclerc makes a mistake, I'm going to speak to it. T-minus 16 laps left. Your runners and riders, Antonelli, Russell, Hamilton. As Antonelli goes purple, 35.4 or 3 rounded. It's actually quite a fun battle. Everyone has bias. Don't try and say you don't. Cam seems to like a Lewis hater and doesn't make sense for a balanced F1 pundit. Leclerc, incredible challenge. What is mistakes, King? Come on now. He just makes mistakes. I don't know. I think this season we'll see the emergence of Colt Verstappen. Oh no. And Colt Verstappen, they says. Charles loves it. How many laps do the hards last? Go on, and let me flash this up. This is important. There we go. 23, 30 something laps for the hards per Pirelli. Yeah, we shouldn't really be comparing. I think it's an exercise in futility. Neil, I think your argument falls flat on its face at the outset, right? You're in comparing Charles to Max is an exercise in futility now. Leclerc keeps making silly mistakes. No point showing skill if it costs races. Hard to see him still competitive in his 30s like Hamilton. No chance, says CG, man. I don't hate that point. And far too kind as always. Just makes far too many bloody mistakes. Look at Lewis pulling away from Charles. Charles will not be loving this. Go on then, 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds to the delta. 14 laps left. Wasn't it last year when Lecrash binned it on the formation lap? AG Zilla. I can't remember. Although, if I'm gonna argue devil's advocate, Max, when he was younger, did that once, didn't he? He did bin it on the formation lap once when he was about 10 years old. Okay, Antonelli moaning about traffic. F1 is dead, says Nick Marker. HD Wood. Max has a tendency to lose it when things don't go his way. Barcelona 25, Mexico 2024. My argument is you hyper focus. I agree that Charlie's more likely to make mistakes, but when he does, you make a lot of noise and never normalise. But you'll do that for Max. Perhaps, Neil. Perhaps, mate. I just see, I don't know. It's impossible, Neil. I don't know, maybe, Neil. Anthony complaining about lap traffic being bad. Russell made no progress on Kimi. I think that, you know what? Go on, let me turn this around on you, Neil, for a second. Just tuned in, Cameron. What's been going on? Been some half decent racing. The Ferrari bod's going at it. George botted it off the line a little bit, but now it's coming back 7 seconds. Although Kimi Antonelli doing well. Give it up, man. It's getting out. So Neil, let me turn this round on you, chap, because I understand that you're a Ferrari fan, and I think the hyper focus is from you, sir. All I'm doing is calling things as I see them, right? Anytime Charles Leclerc makes a mistake, bearing in mind I was just having the conversation with Sheds, it's like, wow, one for the good guys, eh? As brilliant as he is, he makes mistakes. My point is no more complicated or simple than that. So I think the person who is hyper focused, Neil, is you, sir. I'm just straight shooting here. Calling is I don't make the news. I just break it. Like up until 2018, it was Crash Stappen. Also HD Wood. Well, before 2018, I'd say maybe 2016, 17. Max was quite. Max was had a cheeky penchant for a barrier. But then he was like 7 years old. Charles Leclerc is 28. 2.1 by the way, Cal. Potentially. So the 20 seconds is not a pit timing thing, or are they slower? No, the 23 seconds for pits, for a pit stop and the green flag conditions, and 15 if you do it under virtual safety car. How about driver day? 100% get is you a legend. Spent too long on this tired Charles Leclerc narrative. Insane Musa. Yeah, 6th. It's a good shout, Sandiam. Come on, who's driver of the day worthy today? Bloody Nora. Wow, okay. Does Max deserve a shout for driver of the day? Ahead of Sainz and Lawson. Oh shoot, Bearman. No, we can't go. No, I can't put Max in driver of the day, I don't think. I'd love to. Oh my gosh, no Max issues, surely not. 58 seconds of the delta between Max and your race lead. 7.4 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Max Verstappen DNF. When it rains, it pours. What are we doing here, for fudge's sake? Sack the lot of them. Mecky's gone. Pierre Vacher gone. Enrico Balbo, get rid. Max Verstappen, here's your headline out of the Chinese Grand Prix. Max Verstappen, 2027 Mercedes. Toto, give that dude a pen and a check and allow him to write all the zeros on. It's over, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury. It is done. Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? The Max Verstappen there says will blame that. They'll blame that. They'll say, Max must have been lacking in mechanical sympathy. That's why the car failed. It wasn't the car. It was Max's driving why that car failed. That's what they'll say. Also incredible what bet. He's not bad. Ollie Bearman. What we do? Can you imagine Max post race now? Disaster. Why no team radio from Max there? 100%. Bobby J, you don't say. Cameron Gasly or Ben for driver there. It's a grown man in Max Verstappen. They're not playing the team radio. Why, bro? Why? Everybody to fix that doggone car. No smashing of the wheel, no cursing. Nonsense. He's a tractor at this moment. Cameron CC. Neil, Neil, did I not say don't just show me 2025 stats, sir? That was the one premise under which we have this conversation. I knew you were just going to show me 2025 stats. Extend it, sir, and then we can have a conversation. 2025 was Charles Leclerc's best year, chap. That shows me, Neil, that you, sir, are the hyper-focused one. Broaden it out, mate. Let's talk about 24 and 23, and then we can have ourselves a conversation, mate. Can only judge these things in long form. Max hated detected opinion with a little bit. Neil, broaden it out, mate. The one thing that I asked you to do, don't just show me 2025 stats, because that was Charles Leclerc's best season. But he's a big man, is Charles Leclerc. You got to judge it on. Give me 3 or 4 seasons worth of information. Yeah. No, I knew you do that. Yeah. Broaden it out, chap. Apple doesn't know F1. Cameron, they warned Red Bull about this, bruv. I don't think this would have happened if Horner and Adrian had still been at Red Bull. Oh, Bobby J, you're making sense. Oh, yeah, also Apocalypto. That's really slack. Lewis. Yeah, no. Over who, though? Who do I take out of that list to put Lewis in? George. Yeah, George, baby. True. Disrespectful on Lewis. You guys will excuse me. It's hard, this chap, being abreast of all these issues. Do you know what I mean? Picking the right drivers for the driver of the day poll, blah blah blah. Not making sure that I miss no one and doing all these. Do the DNF poll in Australia. Did I mention 7 DNFs in a G? That's chaos, Daniel. When Max goes silent, I don't think he was silent. I think they just didn't play. I think they just didn't play it. Thor Christensen, you're a legend. Thank you for becoming a member, mate. I appreciate you. And get yourself on the community tab, and shortly thereafter get yourself in the Discord, within which space we continue to have these F1 conversations as Kimi trailed this race. He had to get an overtake. You're testing my memory here. Yeah, no, he didn't get a start, did he? So he had to get round, I want to say both Ferrari bots, or at least one. What the fudge has happened? I just joined 6 retirees. World, Cameron, what will you do now to keep all these lousy Max fans engaged? When you say lousy Max fans, of whom are you talking, mate? What are you saying, World? Well, do you know what? You show your class by dancing on Max Verstappen's grave. You do show your class. I presume you come here from Colt LH. It's all right, though, mate. Put a pin in that, World. And let's revisit it in 12 months' time, when in all probability Max Verstappen is in a Mercedes driving alongside George Russell and dunking on the other 21 drivers, maybe, because cream always rises to the top. I'll chill out for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? We'll continue having conversations. Yeah, I can't. Too late in the stream to be to go scorch stuff. Should have come here a bit earlier. Well, then we could have had ourselves an argument. 683 if you watch here currently. Do me a favour and smash a like. Go Mercedes, go Kimmy, go George. Fair play to them. They've been all right, haven't they? I want to be happy for Kimmy, but... R.I.P. F1. Starfish next to Kimmy. What did I tell you, Cameron? Insufferable comments. It's true. You did say Sander. But I mean, come one, come all, do you know what I mean? If it's so long as it banter, if it's respectful, lousy Max Verstappen fans. How very day. Must have been some expletives on the Max radio, 100%. 100%. Once again, selling Kevlar vests here. Cam's firing AK for. I will go hard, TWM. If I had more energy, I'll go hard in the paint, but I just don't even. You can love him or hate him. Do you know what I mean? But how can you call yourself an F1 fan if you don't respect the fella's talents? Daniel, a legend. I never understood hating other fans immature. Daniel, touche. Touche, mon ami. 100%. As I expected that this season will not be successful. It's the extent of the lack of success, though. Cameron, what if Kimi wins the World Championship? Rich, when the exec bods... Bernie talking about the tyres. 35.7 last tour. What are you talking about, Bernie? They're all right. They've got time in hand. They're a second down the road from the rest of them. What's Bernie talking about? Max isn't dumb. He made his calculations. He has his options more than the other drivers. How can anyone honestly not see this season for what it is and going on a driver one way or other? His idiotic period this season is a blown gasket. It's a good shout. Collar Pinto, that's a good shout. Fudge. Collar Pinto, good shout. When Mert Pace gets cut, you feel Kimi can still keep her. I don't know. He's done all, I tell you what, Kimi Antonelli, fair play to him. He's done better than I thought he would. I didn't think he'd be able to beat George today. And that's I had a couple of people say, I spoke to Tactical, and Tactical thought Kimi Antonelli would show well. Mahad of McLaren Fan TV also, Josh Revel, they all thought that Kimi Antonelli would go better than I did. This Max Verstappen fall off is so satisfying, says Richie. Yeah, fair play, mate. Dance away on his grave, if you will. You won't have long, so you might want to do it forthwith. Yesterday's not today's price. TWM, I heard somebody else say that recently. Oh, chat, what are we going to do here? I respect Max, but not most of his fans. They're going to be upset that they'll burn oh, bloody door instant. Most of his fans. Have you met most of Max Verstappen's fans instant? To cast such aspersions. I mean, there are bad uns in every fan base, let's be honest, but Bro Max didn't fall off. The car is a bloody wheelchair. Oh, the humanity. What are we doing here? Absolute sin on sight. Science isn't on this driver of the day. True. True. So go on, and who's the driver of the day? So go on. Lewis, Antonelli, Colapinto, Sainz. Oh, Neil. Another lockup, Neil. Do you see that one? Add that to your list, Neil. Modern day Jean. Honestly, Clam, you're right. And Max and Lewis are similar. People who hate on one and love the other are weird. 100,000%, mate. 100,000%. Safak, you're a legend. Max out, but at least Lewis on the podium. This is true, Safak, and you're a legend and far too kind. I don't hate that. Listen, it is positive. It is positive. Lewis Hamilton fans can for sure be happy. I didn't think Lewis was going to, even though this is his track, I thought Charles Leclerc would have Lewis under manners, if I'm going to be honest. Ever felt cheated as an F1 fan? Alonso, Crashgate, Abu Dhabi 21. We have reasons to be fickle, Cam and CC. This is true, Jovo. You got me. To be fair, Cam, this is karma. The dancing on Lewis Hamilton's career last season was crazy. TWF. Cameron, please give the guy comparing Verstappen's car with a wheelchair a shout out. That's the funniest thing ever. Anyone that would enjoy Matt struggling is no F1 fan, in my opinion. I've been watching F1 since the early 90s. Oh, it's gone very toxic all of a sudden, has it? Lewis Hamilton, year of the unicorn. True damage limitation, says Daniel. Oh my gosh. Kimi Antonelli off. Careful, Kimi. Be careful, chap. Don't make too many more mistakes. Don't drink from the fountain of modern day journal, lazy chap. Huh. Can you imagine? What's the time? What's the delta? Can't still be 7 seconds. Bloody Nora. No, that's not the actual crowd. Anthony Davidson, stop telling lies. That's not the crowd. WWF 1 here. 2 laps left of this. Yeah, 3 laps remaining. Bloody Nora. We're getting tacky. Sapache. Hamilton is a fair weather driver. I'd prefer he was more like Max when that. Oof. It's techie. What's George been doing? 7.4 second the delta. Come on, George. It's unacceptable, that. Phoned it in as George. I don't like this from George, I'll be honest with you. I expected better. This makes me question all of the good stuff that I've been saying about George. Have I been a bit premature jumping on the George bandwagon? Andy, about bloody time, Lucy's back on the podium. Yeah, celebrate 100%, Andy. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. About bloody time. One of the more interesting aspects of 2026 is the rookie diversity. True. But I mean, are they rookies anymore? They're sophomores. I get what you mean, though. But if we're being precise with the language, Arvid Lindblad, I understand, is the only he's the only rookie this season. I do not remember who won the sprint race yesterday. Was it George Russell? One Kimi, 2 Woody, 3 Roscoe. Don't hate it. Max Verstappen is amazing, says Richie. Being very tongue. Richie, dance away on Max Verstappen's grave trap. You won't have long. T minus 12 months, fella. So you're best getting all the Schadenfreude that you can. I mean, you've had long enough to wait. So get in your Max Verstappen Schadenfreude the worst you can, Joe. And a bit of a weak one as well, Richard. I think you could do better than that, chap. I think you've got better than that. Max Verstappen is amazing. Go harder than that, Richie. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go harder in the pace, sir. Not good enough, mate. Not even worth a read out, that one, I don't think. Lacks banter and humour. You're lava. As a deranged and lousy Max fan, I'm very excited to see Lewis back on the podium. You're lava. That makes me happy. Props to Lewis Hamilton. I didn't think he was gonna, even around this track, I didn't think he was gonna nobble Charles Leclerc. Give me Antonelli. Just chill out, mate. 7 seconds down the road, but you can't afford to make a mistake. Racing fans cheer races 100%. Same, my friends. Same, says Daniel. No, 100% you're a lava. Why do I want to see Max talk more than race? Because I'll have something to say around here. Hamilton podium, baby. Max is the greatest racer of all time, better than Senna. I have time today, says Kenny. What goes through GL63's mind now? Can't I know, Tion? He'll have an excuse. He will have an excuse. Mark Antonelli's dad. I've enjoyed this apart from Crofty. Caroline, I think this hasn't been a bad day from Crofty, to be honest. Thanks for the quality super. 100% Jeremy. You guys are too legendary. 700 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like if you haven't already. What was the first retirement? McLaren's. Just got here. What did I miss? Wildebrand. Absolutely nothing. Max struggling. Ferrari's fighting among themselves. Lewis coming out on top of that battle and looking on a podium. Antonelli's been dominant for the most part. Done everything right apart from a big fudging mistake. You thought wrong. Never back down on a merge. Go on then, Kimmy. No mistakes, Kimmy. Let's go, Kimmy. Fair play. Fair play, Kimmy. Oof. Fair play, Kimmy Antonelli. Lucy's 180 from last year. Love it. OG Zilla. Oof. Kimmy Antonelli nails it. Props to him. Fair play. Fair play. I want to do Schadenfreude, but I have no case. There goes Lewis. Don't hate that. Lewis Hamilton, first podium. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. A podium proper in a Grand Prix on Mother's Day. Bloody Nora. What a bag of a race. McLaren, we need to talk. Huh. Get in there, Kimmy. Not a virgin anymore, Kimmy. Kimmy had a perfect GP kudos. Nearly perfect. Come on, my son. That's better than Senna's crazy red, said Jacob. Everyone getting mental when Giada made the issue in qualifying also. But I mean, he had the race as well, didn't he? He was like 5 seconds adrift. It's interesting. Do we need to reevaluate? Oh. Toto got all three drivers. This is true. Good shout, instant. Oh, the humanity. I don't know how my reaction video is going to go. I don't know about what. I will need to speak. Finally, Lewis has a car. Umanch, true also. Bloody Nora. So many talking points and some say boring. F1 politics ever alive, says Jomo. So John, only good of 2026 is Lewis didn't have to go out like a chump. 2025 was scary. And that's not a bad drive from Lewis. Fantastic, John. That's not a bad drive from Lewis. Fair play to podium settings. I thought Charles Leclerc was gonna deal with him. I did, honestly, on his favourite track. Rob, you're a legend, mate. Just watching Cam and chat. How about Behrman? Cam knows done well. Behrman, Colapinto, gangster. Lawson, gangster. Hamilton, gangster. Antonelli, of course, gangster drive from each and every single one of them. Master Marvelous, you're a legend. You enjoyed it, Marv. Oh, Marv, it's techie, this. See, this is the dichotomy for which we need to solve in the aftermath. Ostensibly, it was decent racing, right? Interesting, entertaining. But how much sugar can one person have? How much did those overtakes me? How many of those overtakes were traction limited as versus battery driven? This is a problem. Russell or Antonelli is champion, and still go Russell. But I mean, Antonelli's going to improve, right? He will improve. I don't know what to make of this. I can hear Mr. Windsor in my ear already telling me how many of those overtakes were traction limited, Cam? Contrived, fake, entertaining. I'm reminded of it's the Andrew Benson quote, isn't it, Chazzy, round third, where it says that there's so many turns. The Senna S's, turn 9, turn 10, Albert Park. It's the likes of Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone. They historically have always been traction limited. How many of those turns are going to be the test of F1 drivers' abilities now in 2026? I would argue that they would be battery driven unless they did what so many people are saying and change your fudging rules. 50-50 currently, ICE versus electric. Will they change it to 60-40 or 70-30? Will Audi have that? Well, they've got a few weeks after Suzuka in a couple of weeks' time, during which they need to make some decisions and sort their lives. I feel like it's a step in the right direction, but on a sliding scale, I think they need to peg it back ever so slightly. You guys have been legends, one and all. Reaction video to the race in a couple of seconds. I appreciate you all to the moon and back. Between now and next time, may all your sectors be purple.